Good evening, everyone. Hello, hello. Happy Wednesday evening. Oh, I'm so happy to be here with you tonight. I think I might be a minute or two early, so I hope maybe you're catching this on replay. Thank you so much for watching. As you come on in, please introduce yourself. Let me know where you're watching from. My name is Jamie. I am in upstate New York here, and I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for about 5.5 years now, and I missed everyone so much last week. I couldn't make it. I was all packed and ready to go on my scrapbooking retreat, but I'm back. I'm here. I'm so happy. Hello, Karen. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Susan. Oh, I am marvelous. It was a little rough today. It just was rough. Being a mom, woof, it could be a little challenging sometimes. So I was really looking forward to connecting with you all tonight. Hello, Beth. Thank you so much for coming on in tonight. How are you doing? How is everyone out there? I hope you are having a marvelous day and week. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate it. A couple of announcements. A little bit about what is going on. It is November, which I don't even know how that's possible, honestly. I did my team, I'm calling it a lounge, our team meeting last night, and I was like, welcome to November. And I was like, how is that even possible? I don't even know. We're in November. In a couple of weeks, it's Thanksgiving. My husband and I went for a walk today, and I'm like, we should probably start talking about Thanksgiving. It's so crazy. I don't know. But, so there's a couple of things that are going on in the Stampin' Up! World. Really, really exciting things. Okay. So the first up, next, I don't know what days of the week they are. The 16th, 17th, and 18th of November, next week, Stampin' Up! Is doing their seasonal sale. Renice, I got your card. I love it. I love what you did. That was so creative. Okay, so they're having their seasonal sale. This is basically like their Black Friday sale, what we would anticipate having a big sale around Black Friday. They're foregoing Black Friday sale. They know we're going to be busy shopping. We know we're going to have our minds on a million things and shopping and whatnot. So they're upping their sale 16th, 17th, 18th. Next week, they're calling it the seasonal sale. Okay, what to expect? This is the perfect time to I'm sorry, I have to comment on that. Catherine Lee, that is amazing. I do that all the time. I set my alarms for all sorts of things, and my family are always like, it startles them. So funny. Okay, so seasonal sale, you're gonna get 10% off in cardstock. Okay, you're going to get 15% off ink pads, and you're going to get 20% off any dies that are in the annual catalog. So the 20% off is exclusive to annual catalog dies. So I'm going to say it again, 10% off cardstock, 15% off ink pads, 20% off dies, 3 days only next week. I will give you a heads up. I've been watching the inventory reports, and some of the ink pads are already showing low inventory. So especially ink pads, if you are looking to stock up, do it the 16th. Please do not wait till the 18th. I don't know what's going to be around, how quickly things are going to sell out. I really have no idea. Unfortunately, Stampin' Up! Hasn't completely come through unscathed with the whole shipping supply issue right now. So please, 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 please do not wait to the 18th. I don't want you to miss out on these awesome sales. 16th, 17th, 18th. Sonia, hello, Sonia. And Kay's here. Hello, everyone. Don't miss out. Okay, those are some really, really great steals. I know personally I'm going to be stocking up on cardstock because after my scrapbooking weekend, I'm really running low on some colors. I pulled out my last real red cardstock. I was like, oh dear, looks like I need to stock up on this. So mark your calendars. Okay. Second thing I want to mention is right now through the end of November, Stampin' Up! Is having an amazing, amazing, amazing deal on their starter kit. Now, don't get freaked out when it says starter kit. You don't have to start anything. Denise, the sales dates, November 16th, 17th, and 18th. I believe that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I think. But it's 16th, 17th, 18th for sure. Okay, so amazing deal on the starter kit. Now don't freak out because it's called the starter kit. You don't have to start anything. Maybe it's starting your amazing hobby. I don't know. But it's an amazing kit. It's honestly like the best bundle that Stampin' Up! Has to offer. And it's the best value that you're going to get when you're paper crafting with Stampin' Up! Right now, in the month of November, the starter kit isn't $99, which is already an amazing deal, okay? It is $75. $75. So for $75, you get $125 worth of product that you pick out. You can pick every single one of the items that go into that kit. It will ship for free. It includes a past paper pumpkin kit. It will include some business stuff if you so wish to go that route. What else? I think that's it. But that's a lot. $75. I've never, in 5.5 years of being demonstrator, I've never seen the starter kit reduced in price. So this is a first time for me. Probably not ever, but for me. So that's going on right now. Listen, there's no pressure to sell. If you are looking for a discount, a 20% discount on all your product, consider it like a permanent coupon, okay? I don't know about you, but I like my coupons. I love to find a good steal and deal. This is a permanent steal and deal, okay? That's going on right now. If you'd like to have more information, contact me, get a hold of me. We can chit chat. Doesn't mean you're committed, but I'd love to answer any questions. So those are the two. Oh, here's the thing, okay? You can combine them. Okay, so next week, 16th, 17th, 18th, you can get the starter kit for $75 and include in all your cardstock, ink pads, and dies from the annual catalog. Those sales will be included in your starter kit. So your starter kit could include 10% off cardstock, 15% off ink pads, and 20% off dies. And oh my goodness, that's like savings on top of savings on top of savings on top of more savings. Lots of savings is my point, okay? So that's going on next week. Please reach out if you have any questions. I would love to have you as a part of our Art and Soul team. We had our meeting last night and just so fun. So we're going to get started on tonight's card, which was actually a card that I did 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago for our mystery stamping. This is something monthly that I do with my team, and it's a little challenging on my part too, because I'm trying to give like very vague, broad directions and ideas of product, and they're like yesterday they were a little confused, but they managed to pull through. I was very proud of them. So tonight's card is a very simple design, lots of layering, which is kind of my aesthetic. It's what I really enjoy. But it was part of my mystery stamping. So I'm going to point you down and we're going to start making the card. I'm going to walk you through. It's not a Christmas card. I'm almost done making Christmas cards. I've almost made all the ones that I need to do. And honestly, I'm hurting for like my everyday I have no birthday cards. I finally had to make one last night, but I'm out. No birthday cards. I have none. So I need to get going on like my more everyday cards again because I'm really hurting my stash. So I'm going to point you down. We're going to get going in the card. Give me a second. I always struggle a little bit. You know that. And we're going to get going. Okay. Okay. Whoa, I'm way off. Oh, I forgot to mention, did you guys see my post? Hold on, I'm trying to make this straight and it's not. There we go. That I found my Take Your Pick tool. Oh my goodness. I pulled out my Stamparatus and didn't you know the thing came rolling right out like, don't mind me, I've been here the whole time. I was like, I literally screamed. I went, there it is. I was alone in the house, but I'm sure my neighbors heard because I yelled so loud. Anyways. A little follow-up that I found my Take Your Pick tool. Okay, so here's the card I'm making tonight. Super, super simple, okay? I love cards with texture. So we have some embossing, we have some fun embellishment, and a ribbon that has oh, I didn't grab the ribbon. I have to get that. Ribbon that has lots of texture. I love patterns. So I'm mixing patterns here. I have two different patterns. And then I'm doing this sort of two-tone stamping here. Now, I'm going to give you a preview. On Friday, you're going to see the other card. So for my mystery stamping, I do one as a sample, but then I also participate with the ladies. So this was my sample that I started off with. This is the one that I made with them. And you're going to see the similarities in the layout. Okay, so when I was doing the mystery stamping, I have an embossed background. I have one DSP that kind of goes across the middle here. I have another square DSP that goes in the middle. I have one design element in the upper right-hand corner and the sentiment down in the left-hand corner. I have a little ribbon and a couple of embellishments, and that's all that there is. So if you're looking for a really simple and easy, replicable layout, do this. Embossed background, one DSP kind of in the middle, the other DSP square in the center, and a detail in the right hand corner and the sentiment in the lower left hand corner. That's all this card is, okay? So you can easily take the layout as an inspiration and go for it. Run wild. Wild and carefree. Okie dokie. Here we go. So my card starts off with crumb cake. Okay. Thank you, Linda. Appreciate it. Crumb cake, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. I'm going to just close that here with my bone folder. And then ahead of time, and gosh, I don't know about you, but when a new catalog comes out, my poor older product doesn't get the love that it deserves. But the macrame embossing folder was definitely a favorite of mine for like ever, and I was using it all the time. So I thought I'd bring it out again. I love the positive side as well as the negative side, but I am going to use the positive. And this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so the entire size of the card front. And as you can see, you're going to see that red. I'm running low, so we'll see if I think I'm out. Am I out? No, I'm not out. I'm almost out of cardstock there. I mean, goodness. Adhesive. Okay, so look at that texture. Isn't that so beautiful? All that texture. It gets all those little nooks and crannies. It's like an English muffin. Kind of. Not really. Okie dokie. So next, I'm using different patterns of Petal Pink because I don't have any more of this one, but it's still the same pack. So in each of our color collection families, you can find a pack of designer series paper. You get all the colors of that collection, except for neutrals. You don't get black. But this here is the Petal Pink one. And this is 3 by 4 1/4. So it's the entire width of the card and 3 inches high. And I just love Petal Pink with the crumb cake. It's kind of earthy looking. Embossing folder. This is the macrame. There we go. Macrame. These pictures never quite do them justice, honestly, because that looks kind of weird, to be honest. But it's so pretty. So pretty. 3 by 4 1/4 is our first designer series paper here. Oh, mine's like a little shy of 4 1/4. We're going to make it work. Okay. Well, I just realized I wanted to use that pattern, but looks like we're committed to this one now. Okay, we're sold. This is the one we're going with. Oh my goodness, how did I do that? Okay, so next I have another designer series paper. Listen, I know you all have designer series paper sitting in your closets, on your desks, on your shelves. This is a great way to use 2 patterns. It does all the work for you. That's what I love about designer series paper. So this here is from the In Good Taste. It has that. Oh, sorry. I think my internet cut out for a little bit there. Hopefully I'm back. Can anybody just let me know that you hear me again? Just give me like a shout out, will you? This should be 3 by 3. But I accidentally cut my basic white 3 by 3. So this is actually 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. Okay, thanks, Michelle. I'm not quite sure what happened there. My internet. Oh, technology, I tell you. Thank you so much, Linda. Thank you. So this is 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. It's just the square. Okay, and then the basic white is 1/8 bigger. Thanks, ladies. Appreciate it. You all have my back. I feel the love. I feel the love. Technology isn't always our friend, right? As we all well know. Oops. Okay, so again, this is 2 7/8. I wanted it to be 3 by 3, but you know, as long as you have a square, you're good. So like this one here is 3 by 3, and then the basic white is 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. Okay, so then this is going to go on our card front. You're going to notice that I'm putting the adhesive kind of in the belly of the square. If I were to go around the complete perimeter, it wouldn't lay flat because now we have this extra layer here. So I'm only going to put it on the part that's going to touch the petal pink. Otherwise, it doesn't quite lay flat. Okay, so that goes on next. Now we're going to set that aside and we're going to get working on our peony, which, by the way, I haven't used. I'm ashamed to say how long it's been since I've used the Prize Peony. It was a favorite of mine. I used it lots and lots and lots. What I love about this is that it has some really, really great sympathy sentiments, which can be hard. Nobody ever wants to have to send a sympathy card. We don't want to have the occasion. But obviously, if someone's had a loss, we want to send a heartfelt card. Okay. And there's some really great ones. So sorry for your loss. My thoughts are with you. That's the one I'm going to use tonight. And then this is kind of just a general love and thanks to a dear friend, and your sweet friendship refreshes the soul. So really sweet, sweet sentiments. Okay. I'm going to be using this big, gigantic peony, and then the my thoughts are with you. So my husband is upstairs talking. His meeting was supposed to be in person and I got pushed to virtual. So, we're both sharing a space and talking. Okay, so there's our peony. What I'm going to do, again, I told you I sort of did this two, what did I call that? I called it something. Two tone. That's what it is. Two tone. I'm like, I said it before. What was that thing that I called it? So I'm going to ink this up in petal pink. Okay. And then all I'm going to do is take a dauber. Okay. And then I'm using crumb cake. And I'm going to just pick up some color and kind of go around the edges of like the leaves and stems. Doesn't take a lot to add color. Like that. Now let's see how this looks. If it doesn't look good, we're just going to do it again. I guess I could take the dauber off. That's a little awkward. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Oh, beautiful. Actually, that's even more subtle than my sample card. I can try it again and see if I can get a little bit more color. Let's see. Hold on. I don't want to get crumb cake in my petal pink. I like that a lot. But maybe I can get it. I was going a little light. I was afraid I was going to put too much color on it, to be honest. So let's go a little more heavy-handed. And add a little bit more color. Like that. Let's just see what this looks like. I think I can fit it on here with the other one. Okay, give it a good press. Don't wiggle, just evenly press down. Oh, we'll go with that one. That one's a little darker. So see how easily I did that? And what's really cool is because I was using a dauber as opposed to like fully inking it, there is bits of petal pink ink. Let's see if I can get my light closer. That kind of peek and poke through. So where's I'm going to use this as a poker. So like in here, like you can still see the petal pink, and like up here a little bit in here. So it's not like I did washi tape. It's not like I inked part of it in petal pink and part of it in crumb cake. I inked it all in petal pink. And then with a dauber, I just came and picked it up and kind of added a little color. You could certainly have, you could do this, like if I wanted to add like extra coloring on the petals, I could bring in, what would I bring in? Maybe a flirty flamingo. I don't know. I'd have to play, maybe even like a cinnamon cider would look really rich if you kind of just added it sort of on the edges here. Like you can't do here, but well, I guess if you have a really if you have a really specific, finger, you could do it. But like to add a little maybe cinnamon cider to the edges here, or even crumb cake along here would be really, really pretty. But because it doesn't completely cover, that original color is kind of peeking through. So there's like a hint of it still. I just love, love, love how it looks. I really, really, I mean, I shared it with you. If I didn't like how it turned out, I suppose I wouldn't be sharing it. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to cut it out. We have peony dies, so we have dies to help us. Hold on, there we go. Look, well-loved. This is a sign of well-loved dies, which, by the way, these are the annual catalog. These should be on sale next week, 20% off. Just saying. They're pretty amazing. Okay, so we're going to cut this guy out. And you just kind of have to finagle a little bit so that it fits nicely. Keep in mind that our dies do kind of have to snug the image. You're not going to have like that little space around it. It's going to butt like right up to it. So off camera here, I'm going to use my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and cut this out. Give me a second. Okay, sorry. I was really concentrating there. I was really, as soon as I put it down, it shifted. And so I was like, oh, sugars. But I think we're good. Yeah. Oh, isn't that so pretty? I love it. Okay. So my card front is over here. Oh, I didn't grab the faceted gems or the ribbon. Hold on. Here's the ribbon. Do I have enough to do another bow? I think I have enough. Oh boy. Of course, now I can't find the faceted gems. I literally just took out all my embellishments. Hold on, let's see if I can find them here. Oh, there they are. Okay, so we're going to adhere the peony down with some dimensionals. Let me get my dimensionals out. Man, I'm all over the place. What do you use for washi tape? I actually didn't use washi tape, Shirley. I didn't. I just used like a two-tone technique using daubers. I have some retired Stampin' Up! Washi tape. If I have to use washi tape, that's what I use. So, yeah, I agree, Nan. It like picks up the pink. There's almost like pink tones in this, which I really like. Do you ever? I hardly ever do. If I use washi tape, it is solely for the purpose of adhering down my grid paper. Or if I'm doing like the washi tape technique. Sorry, I'm just getting a feel. I want to make sure that I'm putting dimensionals on all the pieces that are actually going to be touching this designer paper here. So I don't ever use washi tape in my actual design. I never really could figure out how to use it. I've used it sometimes in scrapbooking, like sometimes as in like once. But I rarely use washi tape. I'd much rather have ribbon or a die or something like that. Oh, to hold down your plate. You can use, what's it called? Hold on. Like post-it note tape, I think it's called. Or post-it tape, something like that. People love that stuff. No problem, Roz. Thanks for coming on in. How did I do this? Where's my sample? There we go. Wow, my sample, my petal, I swear I use the same exact colors, but this definitely looks peachier. This definitely looks darker. Did I use? Yeah, that's petal pink. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I went a little heavier handed with that one. Okay, for the sentiment, we're going to keep that one for the inside. For the sentiment, I am, again, stamping my thoughts are with you. Post-it tape. There you go. Thanks, Roz. I'm like, is that post-it note tape? But then that would defeat it being a post-it note. Post-it tape is excellent. Sometimes washi tape, even though it is a very light stick, it still can rip your cardstock. So, oops, that's not dark enough. So I have heard that the post-it tape is better. Washi tape? Well, post-it tape and washi tape are two different things. Post-it tape is basically like the sticky part of a Post-it note, but in a tape form, whereas washi tape has a totally different adhesive to it. Of the two, I would recommend Post-it tape. Okay, so there's my sentiment, stamped it in crumb cake, and I'm going to look at this. Look how well loved these dies are, which, by the way, if you do not have these dies by now, you absolutely need to order them next week. These are my favorite, most loved dies, the Tasteful Labels dies. I use these all the time. All the time. This is probably my favorite one here. Second to, I love this banner here. You can do like a whole bunch of banners. You need these dies. So if you do not have them already, you absolutely need to order them next week. That's an order. I'm not taking no for an answer. They're that good. And if they're on sale, even better. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this out with this sort of, I don't know what you call that shape, but that shape. Yes, agreed. Most used. Absolutely. Yep. Okay, I'm just cutting this out. And then I forgot to get my fork. Let me get my fork. Which, by the way, I brought my fork to the scrapbooking weekend, and I used it a lot, and I actually let like some of the other ladies borrow it. So this fork was well loved over the weekend. It was making bows left and right. Who brings a fork to a scrapbooking, Richie? I don't know. Okie dokie. So I'm using the, what is this called? I don't even know. Fine Art ribbon. I love this ribbon. First, it has a little hint of like gold, a little shine to it, a little sparkle. Great texture, and it holds its form nicely in the form of a bow. And it's not a specific color. So it's kind of a neutral and can go with just about any card you put it with. And I think it goes really well with these color here. It kind of picks up the crumb cake, but that shine really makes it kind of special. So that's why I pulled this out, and I'm going to do a fork bow. So I do this a lot, but I assume everybody knows at this point how to do a fork bow, but I realize not everybody does. So I'm going to walk through kind of quick, but kind of explaining at the same time. So I keep my ribbon on the spool because that way I don't cut too much or too little. You know what I mean? Jillian, that's funny. It's so easy, especially if you're like making bows for a class. Like they're so easy to do. So you go across the front of your fork. I will sing my song. I'm not there yet. You go across the front of your fork around the back. So you kind of get this V, right? And then you're going to go over this one. So you're going to go over the river. I'm not going to sing it. I guess I'm saying it more than anything. Over the river. And then you're going to go through the wood. So you're going to go through the middle prong. In this case, I'm using a fork. You could also use a wide toothed comb would work fine. And then I kind of pinch it back here with between my two fingers and kind of hold it. Like this all is holding everything together. Then this hand kind of shoves this, give it a good shove towards the middle. And then it goes up and through the top of the fork. Okay, so the one went over the river and through the bottom of the woods. This one's going to go up and over the woods, so to speak. So let me give it a, I don't know if I cut it a little on the short side. And then all you do on the back is tie a knot. You don't have to double knot it. If you do double knot it, it will be super, super thick. And so it's actually, I would actually recommend just doing one really tight one bow as opposed to a double knot. And then you slip it off and you get this like perfect bow every time. Hence why I only make fork bows. So then what I normally do to get two legs to tails, not legs, legs. Oh my goodness, bow legs. That's what we're going to call them for now. No, ribbon tails. Oh my gosh, that was so bad. I cut one end and then I kind of hold them together like this. Okay. And snip the other one. So they're kind of the same length. Without singing the song. I guess I'm not the only one, right? Over the river. Yeah. I was taught that by my dear friend Christy. And I literally say it in my head every time. Okay. So now, of course, we're going to put this down with the sentiment down with dimensionals. So I've never done the fork bow. I've seen it, but never explained this well. Oh, thank you, Nan. You'll have to let me know how you make it out. Give it a try. Go slow. Watch the replay or take notes. Bow legs. Bow legs. I can't believe I said that. Oh, my glory. Oh, gosh. I don't know. In my head, I say these things, and then I'm like, that's not right at all. So in the bottom left-hand corner, I'm not going to put the bow on yet because I'll do my little trick at the very end. So I have some faceted Now, what are these called? I think these are Simply Faceted Gems. Gosh, they're gorgeous. So pretty. They have this little shimmer and sparkle. This is kind of like an iridescent. This is like I'm calling this petal pink. And then this is like clear. Thank you, Linda. Oh, who calls them bow legs? They're not bow legs. They're ribbon tails. Oh my goodness. I'm never going to live that one down. I think from here on out, we're just going to call them bow legs. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's so fun, Roz. That is so fun. Tying knots is really fun. I'm not very good at it, but so I'm going to use this one here, the pink one, and there are 2 sizes of each. So I'm going to throw, not literally, very gently and with love, I'm going to put this larger of the 2. No, hold on. I'm going to try this again because there's no way I'm messing this up. The smaller of the 2, next to it, the larger of the 2, and then up here, I'm going to tuck another smaller one. Okay, so that's the front. I'm going to do the bow at the very end after we do the inside because, I do my little trick to let it dry. So in the meantime, I have an inside 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to do a very, very simple but tasteful stamping of that same peony in the corner here just to give it a little peekaboo on the inside, if I can find where everything is. Oh, thanks, Linda. So here's my petal pink. Let me just make sure I don't have any crumb cake on it still. I think we're all dry. And I'm going to just give a hint of it in the corner. Like so. Oh, I don't even have any leaves showing in that one. Thanks, Karen. I'm so glad you like this. Here's the thing, right? Everybody kind of has their aesthetic, their design, their way of creating. And you just kind of like hope people like it, right? This is something I've learned like in doing events and classes, like you design these cards, the make and takes and whatever, and you're like, I just hope they like it because it's what I like. It's what looks good to me, but everybody has their own eye and their way of design. And that's what makes designing, card making so fun is that it can be adapted to what you like, to what you want to do. Maybe you want purple peonies instead. Go for it, right? Like the sky's the limit. Okay, so I'm just going to put my gloppa glue. That was something else at my class, when I did my class, I was like a gloppa glue, and they're like, gloppa glue. I'm like, yeah, these are things I say. I don't know. I make up my own words, my own terminology. I don't know. So a gloppa glue, and then my ribbon over it. I set a die. Actually, yeah, we're good. I set a die. So in the future, it is a good idea to put a dimensional right under where your bow is going to go because it supports it and keeps it from sinking. But I'll just pop that back up when it's done. So I'm going to set that aside in like 10-15 minutes. That will be dry as anything and we'll be good to go. And in the meantime, I did cut it. Guys, you're going to be so proud of me. Are you proud of me that I remembered to cut the DSP for the envelope? Like, I remembered. I found my Take Your Pick tool and I remembered the envelope flap. Like, come on. I feel like I should go play the lottery or something. I don't know. The stars are like perfectly aligning, I guess, tonight. I don't know. Okay, so liquid glue. This panel is 2 1/4 by 6. We are going to gently, I always say like throw it on, but we're going to gently place it with kindness and love in our hearts. Give it a good smooth. Flip it over, and we're going to give it a haircut. So, like this. All the way around. Where was your Take Your Pick tool? Okay, ready for it, Shirley? So my desk is pretty long. I don't know if you've ever seen pictures of it. Every now and then I share pictures. And to the side, so over there on the floor between the wall and my desk, I have my Stamparatus, and I have this big, gigantic, like board almost. It's thin, but a board of where it's my backdrop for when I take pictures of my cards. You see it all the time without knowing. It's not my actual desk. It's a backdrop that I have. And it was between there. It was between my Stamparatus and the backdrop. I pulled my Stamparatus out, and it literally, it went like this. It went, choo. It came rolling out like, hey, thanks for finding me. I've been waiting. I've been here the whole time. Of course, it's been there. And of course, I found it today because yesterday I ordered a new one. So I should have just ordered a new one like weeks ago and I would have found it because that's always the case. You know what I might do is stamp the, is Karen on? Karen does this. I saw her do it in her live today. So pretty. She decorates the outside too. Oh, my gravy. Oh, there it is. I couldn't find where I put the peony. So I think I'm just going to do the same thing like I did on the inside, right? It was very pretty when she did it. There we go. Oh, I love that. That's such a nice, pretty detail. I'm telling you, Susan, it's my night. Like, come on. What else? Bring it on. I got this. Look, Karen, I did your detail like you always do. I always think it's so pretty. So the flap and the front are decorated. So pretty. Such a nice detail. Actually, I'm going to let that keep drying. Where's my sample? Here we go. This is the one I'll bring in. There you go. So there you have it. Super easy. Listen, go take a break from all your Christmas cards. Make a really pretty card with a stamp that you haven't used in a while. It's going to feel so good. Pick up these dies. They're going to be they're going to be on sale next week. My bow legs. My bow legs. Oh gosh. So pick them up next week on sale. The joining special is going on right now. Go to jaimieb.com, JAIMIEB.com, and you'll be able to find out all the information. Get a hold of me if you need to. Find me on social media, all the goods, place orders. Everything's there, okay? So thank you so much, everyone, for joining me tonight, and I will catch you next week. Same time, same place. Listen, if you're watching and you'd like a chance to win tonight's card, quickly make a comment. As soon as I'm done here, I'm going to throw all your names in a hat, okay? Bye-bye, everyone. Have a good night.